What's up, guys? It's Robson Hayashida here, and today we're gonna talk about Bollinger Bands, which is a topic that we haven't discussed for a few months now. So today we're gonna start with stocks instead of Forex. So let's check it out. Today I decided to pick this stock MFA. And the reason I picked this stock is because we have on the weekly chart, let's take a look at the weekly chart first. So the weekly chart, I have something like this. What I can see from this chart is that, can you guys see that the bottom here is more or less the same as this one and more or less a little bit lower than this one. So I have a support here. So let me draw it for you guys. So I have something like this. Oops. So I have something like this. This horizontal line will be here. So yeah, let me link it something like this. Okay, much easier to understand, much easier to see. So if you guys can see this horizontal support line on 6.87, I noticed this on the weekly chart. And since this support seems to be very strong, let me draw the volume bar for you guys as well. So I have the volume bar here. So the thing is that we reached this support at this value here, at this amount. When I look at the volume, is rather big. It's a large volume. It's a little bit smaller than the last one, but it's still very big volume. So what happens is that it appears to be a very strong line of support that's happening at this price. So what I did was, I have this confirmation. At the moment, one confirmation that we are on a bullish trend. And what I like to do is to change to a smaller time frame. So let's change to the daily chart first. So on the daily chart, it seems to be a channel. And a lot of times I explain to you guys about channels. Just to refresh your memory, can you guys see, let me pick yellow here. So can you guys see a channel that's forming at, not this. Can you guys see a channel that's forming at around this area? All right. Yeah. Okay. And something that would be the lower band of the channel. And this would be the upper band, something like this. A little bit, yeah, a little bit like here. So can you guys see something like this that's forming? It's a channel. So on the daily chart, what I have on the weekly chart was the support line, telling me that the trend is bullish. On the daily chart, this time I have this yellow channel, this channel here that's forming. And here it seems that it reached the lower band of the channel. And from here, well, at least I'm expecting something. I'm expecting something from here for the price. I'm expecting that price will do something like this. And what happens now is that once I have two confirmations, so one confirmation on a bigger time frame, which is the weekly chart, and second confirmation happening on the weekly chart, which is this channel. What I'm looking for now is to change this. We're going to change this time frame to lower time frames. 4 hours, 2 hours, 3 hours. On the 4-hour chart, I have something like this. So let's take a look at the 1-hour chart to see what I have here. And what I have on the hourly chart is something like this. And this is nothing more than like the daily chart, but on a smaller scale. And what happens here is that from here, it seems that price will go up again. But it's not very clear. Why? Because it's very clear on the daily chart. But on the hourly chart, it doesn't really look like so, because I still have, like for me, this area doesn't look like it's going up. Instead, it looks more like a consolidation, right? So if you look at this part here, you can see a level of consolidation, something happening like here around this area, and let me draw something like happening around this area, right? So it seems like a consolidation area happening around here. So what do I need then? Am I going to change this to the 15-minute chart? Let's take a look to see if we can spot any trading opportunity. And what happens here is that now at the moment I'm looking at the 15-minute chart, and it looks like that we haven't broken the previous top. The previous high price was at this area, and we haven't broken it yet. So, and on the other hand, what happened is that I have a lower, I have the last low was about this area, and this last low was a little bit bigger than the previous low, which was this. A little bit bigger, but actually not really. It was like a double inverted shoulders, right? Oh yeah, it was. So when I look at this trend, what I can tell you guys is that I can see what happens on this part. So it looks to me like a double inverted shoulder. It looks like to me as a double inverted shoulders that is happening on this area. And after that, after the double inverted shoulders, price went up again. And let me try to insert Bollinger Bands. So now I have Bollinger Bands plotted. And what happens is that if you have watched my previous videos, I told you guys that when the bands of the Bollinger Bands are going far away from each other, are going to different directions. When this upper band is going up and this lower band is going down, then that means that the price will continue to go up. But in this case, this lower band is not going down. This lower band is going up as well. So we don't really have a confirmation here that this price will go up, will continue to go up. We don't have that confirmation. Another problem here is that the previous high was higher than this one. So we still need this top to go further higher than the previous high to have some sort of confirmation that the price will continue to go up. So Bollinger Bands in this case was not very useful. And that was also one of the reasons I want to show you guys this time frame, because it's usually I like to use Bollinger Bands on bigger time frames, which I think Bollinger Bands work better on bigger time frames. So let's take a look at the hourly chart and the 4-hour chart. So here on the hourly chart, I have something called, if you look at how Bollinger Bands are placed here, you can say that this is an area of constriction. Why? It's an area of constriction where the Bollinger Bands are closing, okay? So we have an expansion. If you can see something like this, and the bands going further away from each other, so this band is going up, this band is going down, so this is called a Bollinger Band expansion. On the contrary, when we have the bands getting closer, so this is getting closer, this band is getting closer, and then it closes like this. So this is an area of constriction. We call it constriction. So what happens after constriction? What happens is that we are expecting another expansion again. So this is more likely this price from here will go up again. We expect that. So that's on the hourly chart. What happens on the 4-hour chart? On the 4-hour chart, we see, seems like constriction, but the bands are still very far away from each other. So what I expect here is that we are going to expect this area constriction to continue a little bit further. So probably something like this is going to happen. So it's going to continue a little bit more, all right? And after this area constriction, at some point around here, we expect that the price will explode again and the bands are going to expand, and we're expecting this price to go up again. So this is my message for today. I hope you guys have a very great week of trading. Today is Monday, and I wish you guys a very profitable week, and this is my message. Goodbye.